I just spoke to a father that's been instrumental in the passage of all of Florida's 9 school safety bills since his daughter was murdered in the Parkland school shooting. Everyone needs to hear his message. So, Tony, you've been instrumental in making schools safer across Florida after your daughter and my son were killed in the Parkland school shooting. What makes Florida different that other states should be implementing that really will make a real difference in protecting kids across all schools?
Well, I think it's the focus on actually accomplishing something. It's the idea that school safety is not complete. That's why we've passed 9 school safety bills. Hopefully, we're going to get our 9th law signed shortly by the governor. It's that continual improvement, the reanalyzing of what we've done in the past, and figuring out those next steps of how to move forward. And again, it's important to remember that here in Florida, nearly all the bills have been passed in a bipartisan fashion.
So if you could put your finger on, the 1 or 2 most important things that have been passed in Florida of all the 9 school safety bills that you've been working on tirelessly over the 8 years since our kids were murdered in Parkland, what would you say that every state needs to do to make their schools safer?
I think they need to remember that, sadly, it wasn't just the loss of Gina and Alex and the others. It's the communities that are damaged by these events. And we all need to find a way to come together to find the solutions. I like to focus on the preventative piece. And I think what we've done here in Florida, creating the Office of Safe Schools, having them assist schools in following the rules and the laws that have been passed. Additionally, having them have the other dual mandate of enforcing those laws and mandates is very important. And then the next step, of course, is behavioral threat assessment and management, something Florida has kept the pressure on. We created our own model to help our schools throughout the state take children and individuals that are exhibiting concerning behaviors and then get them the help they need before they resort to violence. These preventative pieces are so important, and I truly feel they would have made a difference in the lives of our children.
100%. We know that there was a threat assessment done on the Parkland murderer before the school shooting, and I believe that if it had been done properly, it was completely botched. The assistant principal that did the threat assessment had never done one before. He didn't know where the paperwork was. And if it had been done properly, I think that our kids would still be here today. So thanks for everything you're doing to make schools safer in Florida and across the country. So great job.
It takes all of us working together. So thank you again for your efforts and the work with your dashboard.